Hello, gorgeous people and little bees of the hive. We made it to Friday. Let's just get going with today's message. Whoa, that just flew. We have Mary Magdalene today with the number 19. She talks about the divine feminine, devotion, and sacred sexuality. So that tells me the devotion is that I'm feeling, especially with the divine feminine and the sacred sexuality. The devotion is to yourself, to what makes you grow spiritually, what makes you feel good physically, what makes your feminine side come out. Look at how sexy and attractive and confident she feels. So this is almost what I want you to do today. Focus on your feminine. If you are a woman and if you are a man, focus on your feminine side, on your kindness, on your beauty, on what makes you feel alive and good. That's I don't know why, I'm just very excited with this card. And we have Saint Brigid at the bottom. Look at how the colors are similar, and she talks about passion, growth, and fire. So, and she just follows 19 to 20. And what's today, the 21st? Okay. And I always think of Mary Magdalene, and look at that, Mary is number 18, and we're talking about devotion. So as much as Mary Magdalene was a prostitute in the story, she was also very close to Jesus, and he helped her. And Mother Mary was his mother, and these two women were very close together. So that makes me also feel like to remind you of the keywords of Mother Mary over here, with the purity of heart, having faith, and she talks about conception. So that's the third or fourth time this week that we have that pregnancy keyword that comes out, or feelings. So if you do not care to be pregnant, I would strongly suggest that you are being mindful. And if you want to be pregnant, congratulations, go for it. This is the time. But definitely devotion to God, to the divine, to the universe, to what you make you feel good and what is going to make you grow. So it's a weekend. I mean, we're, getting it. It's Friday morning for me. So that kind of gives a vibe. I don't know how much time I will have for reading this weekend. So I can tell you right now, focus on yourself and your healing and spiritual growth. I'm going to use the Wisdom Oracle for a key message today, s'il vous plaît. Well, they just... Okay, I'm going to take the two fell, but... Okay, so we have orphaned and we have building blocks. I take that for two things, obviously. The orphaned, to me, talks, especially with the card that came out here, talks about a possible, darkness, emotional exhaustion and hurt right now. And with the building blocks, I'm kind of feeling two things. Obviously, with those feelings of hurt and feeling abandoned right now, this is where you are making yourself ahead, building blocks and growing and getting higher and less accessible. To me, this talks about emotions that we have right now after we just told you to focus, not necessarily to focus, but with the divine energy of Mary Magdalene and the constant presence of Mother Mary, with the devotion and the sacred sexuality and the purity of heart. And what was that? The faith. So I was talking about spiritual growth and making yourself good. If building blocks is going to make you feel good, that's fine for a while, but you cannot grow spiritually and find your divine feminine and be devoted to yourself and family and by building blocks. Okay, so to me this comes as a warning because of your pain. Just get back to focusing to prayer, devotion to yourself, to your family, and your sacred sexuality. Maybe that talks about some of us may have, with the hurt that we may have possibly gone through. And, I always have a problem between hurt and heart. So I find it interesting, that I'm mixing the two words because a lot of the time our hurt happen to be going to the heart. So that sacred sexuality to me tells me that it's very possible that you guys haven't found that yet, and meaning you haven't found that special other. So avoid creating those blocks because it's possible that by refinding yourself and devoting yourself to your family and the divine, reopening your heart with a purity of heart, like cleansing this pain, you will find that passion, that fire, and that sacred sexuality with your sacred other. I hope that makes sense to you because I am thinking of someone in particular, maybe two. But this feels like it's for a broader amount of people here. And by the way, if you fell on this video, obviously there will be a message for you because there is no coincidence. Now let's see what the guides have to tell us for today, s'il vous plaît. Kind of want to mix them a little bit differently. Oops, look at that Ace of Wands with new beginning and talking about fire again. And reigniting, finding your passion. These cards want to talk a lot. They always jump. They always want to give extra little messages when I'm trying to go fast here. Okay, little cut. Let's go. What should we focus on today, this Friday, eve of the weekend, s'il vous plaît? Six of Cups. Reminiscing, memory, but remembering the good times. Thinking of what makes you happy. Look at how goofy they look. They're just having a good time. Maybe meet with their girlfriends, have a little... because it's Friday, if some of you enjoy drinking, have a fun time and be goofy. Remember, maybe spend some time with old friends you haven't seen in a while. Focus on lightness, goodness, maybe dancing if some of you like to. I'm not saying be around a crowd, but be around people that make you feel good. I was talking about making yourself feeling good with Mary Magdalene. So think of stuff that what made you happy when you were growing up, or maybe share that with your kids. Really focus on light feelings and goofiness. What should we let go today, s'il vous plaît? Ten of Swords. Do not, as hard as it is, let go of the pain. It's that really goes well with that orphan thing here. There is, this card speaks for itself. There is a notion of betrayal. You have 10 swords on your back. You're bleeding. But the secret of this card that I call the Little Death is really well showed on this deck. Is you can see her soul. She's in pain, but her soul is leaving the heart. So this is a transformation, this is a new beginning, this is a growth that I've been talking about since the beginning. So really, today is not the day to think about your pain. Today is the day to think about what makes you feel good. So I understand, I know it's difficult, but surely just focus on what makes you feel good, not what hurt you. What hurt you happened yesterday, it's in the past. Focus on your growth and on your well-being, because that's the only place where you can go now. And remember the good time too. What's the advice for today, s'il vous plaît? New beginning with the Fool. Look at this. This is an exciting, go on an adventure, trust in the universe. This is the time to start over. That's your advice for today. And look at how she's walking with confidence, with faith, with hope. And interestingly enough, on this deck, she's walking alone. And she's definitely changing world, because she's going from the water to the earth. She's going from having a tail to using her legs. And she doesn't have a companion. Most of the Fools in all of the decks have, you know, a little dog. Usually it's represented by a dog. And he's carrying his little, like this piece of wood is on his shoulder with the bag. In this one, she doesn't have the companion. I mean, it's difficult to bring, you know, a water being into the ground. This is a decision that she made to really leave that life behind. And she reminds me of someone too, with her beautiful hair. So walk proudly, take this new path, and it really seems to be leaving everything behind. Even her thing, she's not carrying it. It looks like it's going to stay there. She's like, I'm out, I'm going, and I have much better ahead of me. Okay, what's at the bottom of it? Look at that, the tower. Between the Fool and the tower, this is the end of the sudden destruction with the pain of the previous situation. So the Tower and the Ten of Swords actually really go well together. Let's see an extra message quickly with the Salt and Sea energy, since I'm not sure I'm going to be able to give a reading today. I mean, like a love reading. So choose things. Tiens. Let's get one of this, and s'il vous plaît, les anges, les guides. What? Just a message for our hive today. With this island, find strength in solitude. So you're going to have, and that makes me think of also your divine energy and your focusing on the divine and your spiritual growth and stuff like that. And after reminiscing, that makes me think of something else with this island here. It's funny because we had the building blocks. So this new adventure for a while to me, and especially with the finding strength in solitude, that may be the card to remind you how strong you are also as a one person. Look at with that divine feminine and that mother thing with Mother Mary. That going on the adventure like a strong woman. This has a very strong feminine energy today. Okay, so there is no offense to you, wonderful male friends and bees of our little hive here. This is focused for women here, or divine feminine in any case. Remember that you do have strength by yourself. That a lot of us have built family on our own, and we can do it. We are capable. We are strong enough. We have what we need. So when you're alone, remember that, and find. It says right. Find strength in solitude. Find that strength that you have, that you know you have. I wanted to pick, just because it's Friday, a romance angel. See if it's going to give us something, because this feels like there was some hurt here. So just a little love message to see where you guys are going this weekend with the love. Okay, that jumped out. Children, focus on your children. Your love life is being affected by children. That also, maybe it is past life relationship. You have known each other before, if that means anything to anyone. But focus on your children and have fun with that, since your life is affected by children. Okay, I can close the box. And Mama Marie, before I get to work, I'm going to use the big one from Alana Fairchild because I feel like it. S'il vous plaît, Mama Marie, just a quick message for our hive today. These are harder to jump, so I'm going to go pick it in a minute. Oopsie, that's way too many. Okay, I'll take the one that we see. Our Lady who gives peace. This thing could not be any clearer. Find your peace with your family. Look at how you have the nest here with the 3 eggs in it. So maybe some of you have 3 children. And these, even though they are white, they could be describing other type of flowers. But I'm thinking of the clover leaf. And that makes me think of a lot of luck coming your way. And maybe a lot of luck with and for your children. And talks about rest, and goes well with that finding strength in solitude. Look at how the color goes well with Mary Magdalene as well. Like, this is a combination of these two. This is quite something. So find peace within yourself. Grow. Pray to Mother Mary. She will help you find peace. And I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful weekend if I don't make it back by next week. Sending you love. Bye-bye.